Love yourself more than you love your drama. All you have to do is to choose to let go of everything you are so attached to that is not serving you, and manifest the reality that you want. Life is an illusion created by your perception, and it can be changed the moment you choose to change it. Quantum physics, as if you already know, that proved that the perception is everybody's reality is a perception. So whatever I'm teaching you today is a simple physics, simplified in a human word. I know, as if it can be that easy, right? To change your reality if it was that simple, but it allows us to grow and evolve. But you can choose how long you want to stay in that reality and work on the same issues over and over. In order to change that, all you have to do is to let go of your present story and rewrite a new that is more who you truly are. Okay, so that's what we're gonna talk about. I'll give you some insights and then techniques. So if you do what I say in this video and in this channel overall and believe it, commit to realizing your attachment to low frequency thoughts and experiences. Trust that the universe loves you, face your fears, and hit bravely into the unknown. Okay? So, hi, my name is Asel. I am an NLP expert, neurolinguistic programming. I see that lately there are so many popular videos about bloggers experiences and how they changed their life and so on and so forth. It's all good. However, if you don't work with your subconscious mind, it's all useless. Okay, so we have to work on subconscious mind so the changes happen more quickly. Okay, um, so we'll talk about, and I'll give you the tools and techniques based on the book You're a Badass. Actually, I met her. It's Jen Sincero. Okay, so what she says: become aware of what your stories are first. Okay, they are not the truth and they can be rewritten. You are the author of your own life. And the sooner you decide to write yourself a better script, the sooner you get to live your dream life. Before you let go of your stories, get clear what they are. Listen to what you say and what you think about. You get used to, and so identify with our broken records that we don't even notice they exist or that they are not even real. And yet we will fight to death to uphold their non truth. Remember, as Walt Swattle said, to think what you want is to think the truth, regardless of appearance. Instead of pretending to be stuck in these BS realities, use your power of thought to change your attitude and change your life. Start paying attention. What are your favorite self sabotaging stories? What do you hear yourself think and say over and over again? That has become your identity, or rather, who you think you are. Listen specifically for sentences that begin with, I always do this, blah, blah, blah. I never, I can't, I should, I wish, I want, as opposed to I will and I am. Those words are very powerful. We want to use that for our truth. Not like I don't have this, blah, blah. One day I'll do blah, blah. You're trying, how long you're going to try? Become aware of what you are gaining from your stories. Let's say, for example, that your story is that you can't make money. By staying broke, you get to be right. You get to be a victim, which makes you dependent on other people and gets your attention. Other people offer to pay. You don't have to take responsibility. You get to give up before you start and avoid possible failure. If things in your life fall far below the mediocrity, you get to blame other people and circumstances instead of taking risks to change the whole thing, because you can't afford to take risks. You cannot, because of these days, blah, blah. That might be your story, right? This is actually most people's story. I was fortunate enough to, you know, be independent, kind of more independent since my childhood. I had to take care of myself. So I learned responsibilities since childhood. All right, maybe let's your story is that you sink at relationships, you get your freedom, you don't have to commit, and can keep looking for the greener grass on the other side. So it's never enough, never perfect, the person. You don't have to risk getting hurt by being vulnerable. You get to complain about always being single and get sympathy. You get the whole bed to yourself and never have to compromise. That's the false belief, you see. Or maybe your story is, let's say, you're depressed. Chances are pretty good that even though it feels awful, when you feel awful, you don't have to work hard. It gets you attention. People come in and check on you and sometimes bring food. It allows you not to try too hard or move forward and face possible failures. We don't realize, but we are making the perks we get from perpetuating our stories more important than getting the things we really want, because it's familiar. It's a comfort zone. It is what we are comfy with, and we are scared to let it go. If we have been depressed or victimized or whatever since childhood, we trick ourselves into victim and mindset, believing that it is really who we really are as adults in order to continue the rewards. It is how we survived as kids, okay, but it doesn't serve us anymore. So we need to get rid of that false belief, and we'll just keep creating more of it if we don't. This is very serious, guys. If you don't change your beliefs, your program will be repeated again and again until you change your beliefs. Because your life is based on your beliefs. Otherwise, it's just, there is no meaning of life, you know? You create the meaning of it. And then, based on those beliefs, you create your identity. All right, so how to get rid of your stories. I really feel what you're getting from these old beliefs, such as, let's say, I don't have the responsibility, I feel victim and avoid possible failures and blame people or circumstances instead of taking risks. Or I feel safe and free and don't have to commit or get hurt by being vulnerable. Make a list of false rewards for that, belief that you have, the limiting belief. Then feel the attention, the the specialness or the comfort or the safety or whatever you trip is, and really become clear on it. Catch yourself fully in the act and feel it all the way through. Now look at your list of false rewards for what they really are. Guys, you should do this and stop me so you can continue this practice, okay? Because I'll just continue after you found your limiting beliefs and rewards. And then now, what is this? Like scared, that's a scared little part of yourself acting out. Thank them for trying to protect you, for keeping your company, but tell them it is time to run along now. Then replace the feelings you got from these false rewards with these feelings of joy and power that stepping into who you truly are and who you truly now becoming will bring. What it feels like to have a real adult and replace your old childhood story. Feel it. Then decide that you're ready to change and take a positive action in the direction you want to go. By saying they aren't good anymore, okay, for example, by saying that there are not good men out there, I don't have to take responsibility for why I'm not meeting any. You see? So it's about responsibility. And you are putting as a victim the circumstances. So how do you get you it feels? I get to feel victimized and right for staying single. My pain of feeling unworthy and mistrust of men get proven right when I stay single. I feel like I know what I am doing and in control by not letting anyone get close to me. I feel free. I feel safe. I feel special because I get to attention for breaking the rules. Again, this could go longer. Once you get all the false false rewards. You see how your brain tricks you. False rewards, you find out that, right? When you're journaling, focus on them, feel them all the way through. Thank them for trying to protect her or you, and release them by replacing them with a new truth. Okay? For example, by saying, there aren't any good men out there, I don't have to take a responsibility for why I'm not meeting any. You see? So it's about responsibility first. And then the world is filled with awesome, loving, you can change that, right? The world is filled with awesome, loving men I am fully capable of, and so excited to find a good one. You just change the belief here. You shift. This is powerful. These new stories become your new truth. New story. And in order to make them stick, focus on them, feel them. Feel these stories are new affirmations. Write them down, repeat, but more importantly, instantly replace your old stories with, if they should fly out of your mouth or into your mind out of habit, replace it. So be aware here, listen what you're saying when you're talking to your friend, with family, whatever, whenever. Listen. If you are in victimized mindset again, change that story. Okay? Right away. But first, write it down, all your limiting beliefs, and then change it with the, uh, okay, with the new stories. All right, let's review, shall we? I actually wrote it here for you guys so you can journal it and work seriously on your subconscious mind, because there happens magic when you change your beliefs and take responsibility for your words. Okay? First, list off your old stories, your limiting beliefs, whatever you're saying, complaining, life or your friends, whatever, why it's not happening, why it is the way it is, your life. All these old stories, write it down, that you have gotten into the habit of thinking, thinking and saying. Okay, so this is the first thing that you need to write it down. Second, write down about the false rewards you get from them. So if you remember from that example that I gave you, false rewards like, I feel secure because I don't have to be vulnerable, right? By staying single, let's say, I don't have to commit, and I what else? I don't have to commit. I don't have to be vulnerable, and the responsibility, like putting it as a victim mindset for the circumstances, because it's not happening because of the circumstances, right? So these are false rewards you get from them. Third, feel it, thank them, let it go. Feel it. How does it feel? Where? When you are your mind gets you secure and free and not vulnerable because it is more comfortable, and feel it. How does it feel? Thank them, say thank you, and then let it go. Thank your mind. Close your eyes when you feel it as a meditative state. Okay, feel it. Where is it? In your heart, maybe maybe in solar plexus, whatever it might be. It's important, guys. Each step is important. Fourth, take each false reward and write a new powerful story to replace them. Okay, so like you can replace with a new story. No, there are amazing, guys that I can meet, and so on and so forth. And then repeat this until it becomes your truth. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Nothing in this world is permanent, including our stories. Yet we try to hold on to them for false security, which ultimately leads to sorrow and loss. Be willing to let go. Keep reinventing your story as you continue to grow. Okay? So the last is repeat your new story again and again. So you program it, audio tape, like put it on your audio, like listen in the morning and at night your new story. Okay? That how amazing you are, and you're ready to commit, and you're ready to being vulnerable. Okay? And so on and so forth. All right, so let's review fears. Okay, fears. It's a big topic. All it takes to turn the fear factor around is learning to be comfortable in. Instead of terrified of the unknown. For example, what would your immediate response be someone to be someone you love and care if they said following things to you? Okay, I'm taking out of this big loan to build my dream business. Or I'm quitting my secure full-time job to be a creator. I'm going to travel around the world for a year by myself. Or let's say I meet the most incredible person last week, and I am totally in love, and we are getting married. For the most part, when we watch someone take a leap of faith, our first reaction is to scream, watch out. Okay, so she talks about it here, and it resonates with me so much with my teachings and my coaching style as well. There is that incredible moment when you decide, screw it, I'm going for it. And suddenly the thrill overtakes the fear. And then you you're kind of flying on this magic carpet. On the other side of fear is freedom. Okay? There like Jen Sincero's book, she gives an amazing, amazing ways to navigate Fear, which I also practice. Think about something you did in the past, literally gave you the shakes. It was so big and scary. And now look back on it. How terrifying is it now? Keep this in your mind as you face each new challenge because it's normal now. And your this scaring goal or intention, whatever you're thinking about, uh, will be norm too once it will become your reality. Face your fears with the truth that they are all in your mind and they will lose their power over you when you face them. Don't run away from them, just face them. I'll give you tools how to face your fears, okay? When you find yourself letting fear push you around, um, look at it from a different perspective. Break it down. What are you really afraid of? And then flip it around to make it work for you, not against you. For example, I want my own successful 7-figure online academy. In fact, I've already registered it and I'm launching it. So it's a matter of my products, right? Like was that I'm launching. But why not, right? Why not to launch right now? I feel scared that I won't survive until I get successful because it feels uncomfortable, right? Because it's a new thing. And 9 to 5 job feels more secure and safe. What happens if you are uncomfortable and don't survive until you get successful? I look stupid, weak, judged, criticized, ashamed, not secure, and safe. Then what? It's all happening in your mind, right? You are breaking down your fear. Then I have to start again and change the strategy slightly and do it again because this is my purpose in life. If it continues, you can ask, then what, until you find to the, you go to the core. Now flip it. How uncomfortable, stupid, weak, ashamed, and not secure is it to work for 9 to 5 job? It is very not exciting at all. At least working on my passion, I have the excitement and unlimited potential of wealth and abundance. Whereas there, as working at 9 to 5 job, I have a limited income with security, but I might be miserable because I don't like the job. Because if I don't like the job, then for sure I would be miserable. So you risk either being miserable with the job you don't like or taking the risk of the unknown, being excited and facing your fears and following your passion. Which option is better? Of course, following your passion and taking the risk of the unknown, being excited. Life is all about this, right? Because we can always go back to the old self, old story, whatever. So break it down like this, your fear, so you can really look at and diffuse what it is about a situation that is scaring you. Fear is all about how you choose to look at things. So by changing your perspective on it, you can let the fear of not doing the thing you are scared or feel, and yeah, so you can, with the clarity, do your thing, do your passion. Okay, being in the moment. This is also a very important factor of an abundant life, and loving yourself, and dealing with fear as well. Is anything scary happening to you right now? Right now, at this very moment, where you're sitting? Is anything bad actually happening? Or it is just the thoughts in your head that are freaking you out? It's all about thoughts. Thoughts are illusion, guys. They're not real. I guarantee you that they are not real. You can stop your thoughts and be in the moment, still, and connect to your higher self and expect miracles. When you are in the moment, you don't know what happens next. It is easier to take control for your higher self when you're in the moment, to give you more than even you think. So don't think, let it go. Do everything to stop thinking. So you'll be connected with the higher intelligence. I talked about it a lot in my previous videos. Check it out. But this is important, guys. Okay? Stay in the moment. Practice that. This is a huge topic, I know, but learn to be in the moment. Be more conscious of the information you observe, books, movies. Whose opinion do you ask? What do you focus in your day to day life? Keep your frequency high. Who do you listen to is very important too. That person might project you, his beliefs and opinions that might work for him, but not for you. Okay? Depending on your intentions and goals. So be careful what you are, who you are listening to, unless it is somebody, an expert in that field, or enlightened master, or the business, the expert, right? The best way is to follow your heart, your intuition, and learn to connect with your higher self and being clear, crystal clear. Then you'll become very powerful in everything. All right. That's all. Well, I love you guys. You have a great day. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment below. And yeah, all right. Bye.